Howdy. Some of you may know this song, some of you may not. It's one of my favorite artists, Bob Marley. The name of the song is Three Little Birds. The chorus goes, "Don't worry about a thing. Everything's going to be all right." That's the way I live my life. I am your AQR teacher, the last math class you'll have in high school. So, I just want you to know about this course. First of all, have you ever asked the question, when am I ever going to use this? When you took algebra or geometry, or even last year when you're in algebra 2, or whatever course you were in. If you ever asked that question, this course answers that question. We will take everything you learned in the last couple years and put a practical spin on it. What does that mean? Practical spin means that we're going to actually put that knowledge into action. Typically, this is a project-based course where you work in groups. Obviously, with the current situation, groups is kind of a no-go. But anyway, in your Schoology files, you're going to see the syllabus. If you're in my class, you'll get a paper copy. It has everything you need to know about this course. My name, my email address, my phone number here, when my period is that I can actually talk to you one-on-one. And online tutorials are by appointment only, usually in the morning or during my conference if I have some time. So I'm going to read the description to you in case you don't have one of these in front of you. AQR prepares students for post-secondary education in the workplace. High school graduates need more math than ever and the tools to solve problems in applied situations to be successful. AQR reinforces skills already learned and enables students to develop college and career skills. Learn to analyze data in a variety of ways, and make good mathematical decisions based on real-world situations. That's the key right there, real-world situations. We actually do go into that. Grading policy hasn't changed. 60% major grades, 40% daily grades. There will be at least 3 majors and 10 dailies throughout the course. What we typically do is you're going to have 2 classes a week with me, maybe 3 on a Wednesday half day. But you're only going to get 2 classes a week, which means you're going to get 2 to 4 assignments a week. Currently, the situation is if you have 2 assignments in a day, we'll take the highest grade. That may change depending on the district. So anyway, late assignments and makeup work, daily grades, maximum penalty. Late daily work will be accepted with a penalty up to 10 points off a 100-point scale, which means up to 10 points per day. Or if another scale is used, no more than 10% off each school attendance day late. Now, teacher uses discretion. I'm pretty lenient about that. If you get the work done in a timely fashion, like within a week, I usually don't take points off. You do have until the end of the marking period or the end of the 6 weeks to get it done. Late work must be submitted within the grading period. It says that. That's actually a district rule. All right, so major grades and long-range projects. On a long-range major project or announced test, when the due date is established well in advance, student can be or may be penalized up to 10 points on a 100-point scale. If another scale is used, 10% per day for each day beyond the due date. Now, I generally keep that to a standard, okay? Late work must be submitted within the grading period, same as the daily. Every effort should be made to complete work for partial credit. Even if you don't finish something, turn in what you got finished so you get some points. Some points is better than no points. All right, alternative work may be assigned in extenuating circumstances. It's the discretion of the teacher, me, and with the administration's approval. I generally get carte blanche on approval for makeup work. Supplies you may need, and this is just personally, especially if you're an online learner, this is just for your benefit. 3-ring binder, okay, 1/2 inch or larger, or folder binder, whatever you want to use. 3-hole college ruled loose leaf newspaper or graph paper. Graph paper is better. I like graph paper. I like to do my math in graph paper because it helps me do any kind of graphs I need to do for any of the work. A highlighter, that's totally optional. It depends on the learner. TI-84 plus graphing calculator. It's usually provided if you're in class. I want to say that those of you online, if you don't have a TI-84, do not despair. There are online versions, and in Schoology, I give you some options. GeoGebra is one option. and Desmos is another one. If you use those in the past, that's fine. Now, if you're accustomed to using the TI Inspire, I don't know if I'm going to get those, but I have very little working knowledge of those. I'm going to have to learn right along. With you learning the subject matter, I'm going to have to learn how to use that calculator. Anyway, expectations. I do have Champs, classroom expectations right here in a graph. That's available to you. And I also have a fully spelled out one. Give me just a second. It's got every single one written out in big print, so you know exactly what I expect of you. It describes the volume levels and everything in my class. Now, this is typically just for my in-class students. Now, however, there are some special instructions here for online students, so I still need you to look at that. So on the volume level, level 0 for an online student is a muted microphone. Perfect, right? You can talk all you want and I won't hear you. And then the only other level is level 2. Oh, no. Yeah, level 2. No. Level 1 is unmuted voice. There you go. So anytime you want to talk, I just want you to keep it down to a minimum. And speak and then put the mute back on. You've done some Zoom calls and you've done some Google Meets. I will probably default to Zoom. But it is what it is. Anyway, there's that. Champs. What else do I have? Student login instructions. If you're watching this video, I have emailed this to you. Okay, so I want you to see this. How to log in to Bryan ISD's Schoology. Okay, so the way you do that, first of all, you're going to log into go.bryanisd.org. There's a video on this. I've sent this out to all students. So that might be backwards. I don't know. But it's go.bryanisd.org. And then you're going to put in STU and your ID number for your username. And then your password is going to be typically the first two students should know their unique password. Try the password scheme. That scheme is the first two letters of the first name plus your ID number. So say your name is John, like me, and your ID number is 12345. You just put JO12345, and that's your password. Okay? There's also instructions how to log into a Chromebook and Google Apps. They have videos on this too with links and some step-by-step directions, which in our class we call an algorithm. We'll get into that next week. So those of you that are excited about being here, I am also excited about being here. I've been locked up for about 6 months, and I like to go and do things. Let me tell you a little bit about myself. I am a Navy veteran. I'm also a Marine Corps veteran. I spent my time in the military back in the late 80s most of it was in the 80s and the early 90s. I got out in 1992, and I have been doing lots of things. I've been a manager at Walmart, and I will tell you this. If you want a job at Walmart and you want to make a career out of it, I'm just going to tell you right now, it's not a good idea. Just telling you from experience. Not that it's not a good place to work. When you're trying to get yourself a step up, Walmart's a great place to start. But if you want to stay there for a long time, it's a dog-eat-dog work, total meritocracy, and they don't play fair. I'm just going to tell you that from experience. That's why I left. I have a beautiful wife. We've been married 21 years, just this past Friday. We have 5 children together, and I was married previously, and I have 2 children with them.
Good morning, teachers. Just a reminder.
Sorry about the interruption.
If you have AM duty today, everyone is on duty. Duty time started at 7:40. Thank you.
Anyway, I got to go out to duty. I have 5 children with my beautiful wife, and was married before to another young lady long time ago when I first got out of the military, and we're still really good friends. We have 2 children, and one of those children gave me 2 grandchildren. So I have 7 children and 2 grandchildren. I live out in Milam County. I have a small hobby farm that I'm getting started. That's my retirement plan. Grew a garden during the beginning of all this, and I did really well. I've had goats before. I have goats now. I've had chickens before. I have chickens now. But the plan is to expand. We want to go and get quail. We want to get sheep. We want to get guinea, turkey, geese, ducks, we love them all. Fowl, we will eat the crap out of fowl. I don't know about you, but you don't need a fork to eat bird. And that's right up my alley. What do I like to do? I like to play disc golf. I don't get to do it very often because I teach, and I'm a tennis coach here at Rudder High School. I'm the assistant tennis coach under our head coach, Stephen Mercer. We have a large team. If you're interested in playing tennis, we're always welcoming new people. We teach tennis too. So if you don't know how to play, it's a great skill to have. I'll tell you, tennis is a sport you will love for the rest of your life if you get into it, because here's an example. It is a sport for life. Sam Walton, who founded Walmart, great man, one of the reasons why I went to work there, he played tennis until a year before he passed away in his 80s. Every year he had this huge meeting in Bentonville, Arkansas, and he would invite managers to come and play him. And generally speaking, he probably won most of the time. Anyway, that's a lot about me. I'm really looking forward to this. There's going to be a lot of new things going on here. It's totally different than what you expect. Those of you that have been at Rudder before used to like to congregate. That's going to be a no-go here. We need to socially distance. There are some one-way hallways, the 1800 hallway where the math and social studies are. They go one direction, and upstairs the same way. Those smaller hallways, they go one way. Out there in the band and the business section, that the little hoop, it only goes one way. You got to go in one way and out the other. You can't go in the other door. Anyway, those are important when you're going out to the ag building from inside at the CTE wing. You have to go out through the hallway for drama, and you can only go one way down that. And when you leave the ag building, you have to go through the parking lot and into the rotunda. Those are very important things you need to know. You'll see the maps. I don't have the maps right here to show you, but you'll see the maps. Anyway, I have a key thing that I say every time when I break off my videos, and I'm going to let you know what it is. It is, be blessed, be a blessing. It's actually above my door when you leave. I want to make sure you're always blessed, and I'm going to make sure you're always a blessing. One of my key tenets is that I want you to learn something from me that I learned the hard way so that you can avoid having to deal with it. So like I said, be blessed, be a blessing.